Okay, welcome back. Today we're continuing our BCBA exam practice question series where we're going through another set of BCBA exam practice questions and breaking them down. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please like and subscribe. If you're looking for all of our study materials, please check out bcbastudy.com. We offer 3 practice exams, our study guide, and our famous combo pack. Whenever you do pass your exam, please let us know. We'd love to include you in our Sunday shout out. Work hard, study hard. Let's get to our questions. Question 1. A group of high school boys are talking loudly in the back of the classroom. As soon as their football coach walks in and sees them, they become very quiet. The change in behavior is most likely caused by what? What do we do first with behavior questions? We identify the behavior we're talking about, especially when questions involve multiple people, multiple behaviors, multiple stimuli. It can get very muddy. Let's first identify what we're looking at. We're looking at a change in behavior. We're looking at the change in behavior of these boys. Originally, they were talking very loudly, and then they become very quiet. And what caused that? Well, their football coach walked in the room. So we're looking to describe this phenomenon of the boys not being watched, coach walking in, seeing them and watching them, their behavior changing. What word comes to mind? A, observer drift. The way we're measuring things, is it changing? The way we're seeing things, is it changing? No, we're not talking about observer drift here, right? That's not what's causing this change in behavior. B, attention. Well, we know it's a function of behavior, right? So it's a bit why the behavior could be occurring, but in this case, we're not looking at why the behavior is occurring. We're looking at why did the behavior change? What caused this behavior to change? Not why did it happen in the first place. So C, reactivity, is what we're looking for. Reactivity, behavior changes when somebody in the presence of an observer, essentially, right? In this case, the observer is the coach. The boys are talking. Coach walks in, starts observing, behavior changes. This is why when you're providing supervision as a BCBA, things might look a lot different during session compared to a session without you there. You being there just evokes a lot of reactivity, right? So in this case, change in behavior is most likely caused by reactivity, not observer reactivity. The coach isn't the one who's reacting to being observed, okay? The coach is the observer. The boys are the ones who are experiencing reactivity. Their behavior is changing because they're being observed. So the change in behavior is most likely caused by reactivity. Last week, during the company BCBA meeting, Liz expressed concern over the number of cases on her caseload. She felt that she might not be able to provide the best service if she had to take more cases. This week, a bonus was offered for anyone who could take on additional cases. Liz really wants to go on a vacation and could use the money. What should Liz do? Well, Liz might have painted herself into a corner here, right? Because what does our ethical code say about caseloads? You should only take on the cases you can manage, that you have the resources for, and that you're competent to handle. What did Liz do, though? Liz already expressed concern that she has a lot of cases. If she takes any more, she is concerned she can't provide the best service. So if that's the case, Liz can't do what? She can't take any more cases. Despite this monetary incentive that's being offered, which has its own ethical issues, what should Liz do in this situation? A, Liz can take on as many cases as she wants. You cannot. Some people believe this. Well, I can handle it. I can handle 25 cases. You only take as many cases as you can handle effectively. Liz already said any more cases and she's going to struggle. You can't just take on as many cases you want because they're offering you more money. Only take as many cases as you can handle effectively. So B, Liz should not take on the additional cases is really what we're looking for, right? She shouldn't take on the cases. Unfortunately for Liz, she's already expressed concern. The money does not trump the service quality that Liz is promised to deliver. C, Liz should explain to her current cases that she's going to be spending less time with them. No, they don't deserve that. Okay, that's not ethical. That's not dignified. It's not respecting our clients, taking time away from them because Liz wants to make more money. Not at all ethical. Notice how we're going through all of our answer choices. We've identified the right choice. Now we want to know why are the wrong ones wrong. This is the secret here, right? If you can not only pick the right choice, but you can explain to me why the wrong answers are wrong, then we've really got something going. And then D, Liz should take the cases as a trial to see if she can handle it. No, because what if she can't? Well, you've taken these cases, now you've got to ship them off or refer them out. Don't take them in the first place. If you know you can't handle it, don't take them in the first place. What should Liz do? Liz should not take on additional cases. You've identified a couple of things your supervisee could be doing better. You're preparing to meet with them. After you provide feedback, you should make sure to end with what? So if you're going to provide feedback, how do we end that meeting? And it's a very common business trick now. It's very common knowledge, but it's what is recommended as well. Provide behavior analytic supervision, right? So you're providing feedback. You have to end the meeting with what? A list to do items for the supervisee. Not anyone a positive, right? Here's all the things you need to do from here on out. If you're giving them goals, that's one thing, but it's not just a checklist of things to do to meet supervision. B, a reminder of why the meeting was called in the first place. Well, if you call this meeting for negative things they could be doing better, we don't want to remind them of all these negative things we noticed that they need to stop. What we should do is C, make a positive statement about that supervisee. So after you provide feedback, end with the positive statement. D, request feedback from them. You should always get feedback from your supervisees. When you do that, that's up to you. But super honest feedback makes you a better supervisor in BCBA. But ending the meeting, end on a positive note, end with a positive statement about your supervisee so everybody leaves feeling happy and encouraged. Giving feedback should not be an inherently negative thing. Your supervisees shouldn't feel worse when they leave. They need to feel better and encouraged. So you should end with a positive statement to ensure they feel uplifted and ready to continue working. You finally took your BCBA exam and passed on the first try. You know your friend is taking her exam next week, and you want her to be able to share this feeling with you. As soon as you get to your car, you start writing down as many questions as you can remember into your phone to share with your friend. Have you done anything wrong? This should be an easy question. Can you share BCBA exam questions? No, you can't copy down the BCBA exam questions from the real exam that you took. Okay. You certainly cannot share them with other people. They're the property of the board. Highly unethical. Have you done anything wrong if you leave the exam, run to your car, type out as many questions as you can, and then share them? A, yes, you must wait at least 4 weeks to talk with your friend about the exam. Now, there's nothing in the code and the rule book and the handbook that gives any time frame about talking about the exam. What you can't do is go down a list of questions you remember and break them down together. You can talk about the exam, but you can't reveal any information specific to the exam you took. B, yes, you're not an authorized test provider. While that may be true, it's not really the crux of the issue here. Of course, you're not an authorized test provider, you're a test. So C, yes, you're not allowed to share any questions on the exam. This is what is explicitly stated. If you do that, you're in extreme violation of the code, maybe even legal trouble. Do not do this. D, no, you're helping more people become BCBAs. They want you to do that ethically. Okay. You can help them study, you can help them learn. You cannot just start cheating and sharing all this information that you shouldn't be sharing. So, have you done anything wrong by writing down as many questions as you can remember into your phone? Yes, you're not allowed to share any questions on the exam. Which of the following measurement options does not provide a complete picture of the client's behavior? So they does not question. So you could rephrase it as 3 of these options provide a complete picture of the client's behavior. So 2 different ways to attack the not questions. So we're looking for one that does not provide a complete picture of the client's behavior, meaning as close as we can get to what is actually occurring, right? The reason discontinuous measurement is often not as effective as continuous measurement is we get a sample. We don't get the full picture, we get a sample. So we're looking for options here that do provide a complete picture, and then our answer choice is going to be one that does not, right? So immediately we're thinking discontinuous measurement. A, duration. Does duration provide a complete picture of the client's behavior? You should be taking continuous duration data and giving a full picture of duration of whatever the target behavior is. Same with rate. You should be taking full continuous data on rate. Now, what about permanent product? Permanent product, we're going to see what the outcome was, right? What was produced. Do we know anything about behavior other than that? We don't. It's a very incomplete picture of the client's behavior. We might see, let's say, a hole in the wall, or we might see an exam. What if the person got an A on their exam, but they cheated on the exam? Are we getting a complete picture? We're not. So permanent product gives us an idea. It gives us a measurement, not a complete picture. Event recording is continuous, so you should be recording every time something occurs. It's going to give us a more complete picture of the behavior. Permanent product. Duration, rate, event recording, all more complete than C, permanent product. A functional assessment indicates that Gloria flips through her phone each time people around her start talking about the things she is not interested in. If you wanted to put flipping through her phone on extinction, what would you most likely do? All right, extinction questions. What is extinction? Extinction is withholding reinforcement from a previously reinforced behavior. Typically, how we're going to identify extinction procedures is we're going to look at the function. The function is typically going to tell us, well, what is reinforcing? Because if our function is attention, reinforced by attention, function is tangible, reinforced by tangible, function escape, reinforced by escape, so on and so forth. In this case, what is Gloria doing? Well, when people around her start talking about things she's not interested in, she flips through her phone. Is she getting a tangible? No, she's already got her phone, right? Is she getting attention? No. Is it automatic or sensory? No, because it involves a second party, right? Remember, automatic sensory. Automatic sensory means essentially alone, right? Not alone. Gloria is escaping the conversation, right? These people around her start talking about things she's not interested in. All of a sudden, she's flipping through her phone, so she's not in the conversation. She's escaped the conversation. So if we want to put flipping through phones on extinction, we need to figure out a way to block escape. A, block the sensory input of scrolling through her phone. Is this a automatic or sensory behavior? It is not. There's another party involved. B, instruct others to continue engaging with Gloria when she flips through her phone. Yes, what are we doing here? We're preventing Gloria's escape. Telling others, when Gloria starts flipping through her phone, continue engaging. Do not allow her to get out of the conversation. We're withholding the reinforcement of escaping conversation. C, provide Gloria with her favorite item when she does not flip through her phone. Could be a good differential reinforcement procedure, right? Reinforce the positive behavior. But this is not extinction, right? This is positive reinforcement. And then D, remove Gloria's phone when she uses it at an inappropriate time. Well, this looks like an attempt at punishment, right? Or a negative punishment, response cost, you use your phone at an inappropriate time, we're going to take it away. The only one where we're going to put Gloria's behavior on extinction is going to be B. Instruct others to continue engaging with Gloria when she flips through her phone. The CFO of a large corporation designs an incentive program to increase sales and productivity in the office. After 2 months, the program is a massive success and the company is setting record profits. When the CFO gets the report, the secretary accidentally handed them the report from 3 months ago, which indicates there has not been a change in sales and productivity. The where is this? When the CFO reads that report, what is he going to think? Well, he's going to think his entire plan was ineffective. So, if we design an intervention or plan that is effective, but we believe it's ineffective, what would that be considered? Is that a false positive or a false negative? It's going to be a false negative, right? False positive says our intervention worked when it actually didn't. False negative is our intervention didn't work when it actually did. In this case, the CFO's incentive program worked, but everything indicates it didn't work. So what type of error is this? A, type 1 error. Type 1 error is a false positive. We're looking for a false negative, which is going to be B, type 2 error. Not observer drift, not treatment drift, okay? Because we've got all the data, we've collected everything. It's just a type 2 error. It's a false negative. This report is a falsely reporting that the incentive program didn't work when it actually did. So the type of error this is a type 2 error. JD's girlfriend says, "That's so funny," instead of laughing at his jokes. JD now gives his girlfriend a kiss when she says, "That's so money," in place of, "That's so funny." JD is using what procedure? All right, so clearly differential reinforcement procedure. Differential reinforcement, one behavior on extinction, another behavior we're reinforcing. In this case, what is JD's goal? JD's trying to replace "That's so funny" with "so money." So we know we have a replacement behavior. So ask yourself, does the DRO teach a replacement behavior? Does not. Eliminate it. Does the DRH teach a replacement behavior? Does not. Eliminate it. Asking yourself, does it teach a replacement behavior, is a great way to narrow down differential reinforcement questions, because it leaves you with DRI and DRA. Both teach replacements. DRI, the replacement's incompatible with the old one. DRA, it's not. Now you have to ask yourself, is the new behavior, "That's so money," incompatible with "That's so funny"? Well, of course, you can't say "That's so money" at the same time as "That's so funny." They're incompatible. So JD is using differential reinforcement to teach this incompatible replacement behavior. JD is using what procedure? DRI. Look at the graph below. What was the duration of Chad's elopement behavior during session 3? Very easy question. Trying to prove a point and make sure you're paying attention and reading carefully. Okay. This chart is very obvious, right? What is the chart indicating? Frequency of Chad's elopement behavior. Very easy to read, right? We have elopement here on the y-axis, sessions here on the x-axis. We can clearly see the frequency, right? 4, 6, 5, 4, 6. What's the question asking? The question is asking about duration. Do we have any idea what Chad's duration is here? No. Okay. Read carefully. Do all your work up front. What people do on this question, speed through it, skip this duration word because they start looking at the chart and they say, "Oh, frequency of Chad's elopement behavior, session 3. Well, I'll just pick 5. We're not asking you about frequency. We're asking you about duration. You have to read carefully. Okay, I'm telling you. Do all your work on the question. Take your time, look at the question, understand what it's asking, and then try to answer the question. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out bcbastudy.com for study materials. Study hard. See you soon.